Howdy, y'all. Welcome y'all back to Summer's Tips and Stitches. That's all I got for Cowboy Day. I own no cowboy hats. I don't have anything that would resemble a cowboy outfit or horses or anything. So I thought I would start my video out like that for Spirit Week. That's all I got. I'm sorry. That's the best I can do. I'm actually a little embarrassed that I did that. Okay, so this is, I think, the last day of Spirit Week, y'all. I don't know. Okay, so for an update, we had one more butterfly come out of its chrysalis. We're up to 3. That's poor numbers, but good for the kiddos. Let's see what else. Our school did Jogathon, which is a fundraiser for our school where families and friends and families can sponsor a youngin' to run around the field. And I got to participate in it as well today. Only because I did have a little nugget in my class who's been going to the doctor the last week for like breathing issues, and her mom was a little concerned. So I'm like, well, I'll walk with her because walking is better than nothing. So her and I walked around the football field 5 times. And then the day was long and dreary. Oh, Fridays are so hard because there's so much that you want to do. Like come home and knit or crochet. And you can't. You got to keep on teaching. You got to keep on staying in the school. And then today my husband went into work early. He went in at 2. He works 3rd shift. So he works 2nd shift and 3rd shift. So I took the kids and we got the new adult Happy Meals. Yeah, they now have Happy Meals for adults or either that, fat kids. I don't know. So instead of just being like a cheeseburger and 4 nuggets, because then McDonald's had a cheeseburger Happy Meal and a 4-nugget Happy Meal. And then they actually bumped it up to a McDouble. You could pay extra and get a McDouble in it. They now have a Big Mac Happy Meal and a 10-piece nugget Happy Meal. And you still get a toy. So that's why it's either, I don't know, is it an adult Happy Meal? They call it a cactus box or something. I don't have any idea what it is about, but my kids wanted one. And typically when my husband is working a double and I've just gotten out of school all day and I had to finish up getting all the grade book stuff, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, we'll get a giant Happy Meal. Let's do that, kids. So we did that. And now they've just fed my kids, rubbed their tummies and sent them off to their electronic world. You know, phones, video games, computers. I let them do it, you guys. Friday, they can just do whatever they want. I mean, obviously they have to follow the laws and the rules, but I don't nag them on a Friday. Tomorrow, I'm pretty excited. Some friends of mine, we're going to go on a little day trip. So I'm going to do that. We're going to go out to eat and just have a fun time doing things. Oh, I forgot. I was supposed to go to the cash machine. Well, I'm going to have to go do that after I do this video. Let's see here. I have gotten a couple rows further in the hat, which you can barely tell. This stuff is really working well. You guys, I'm going to put a link in the description to where I got this yarn. Now, I got this a little while ago. It's a company called KnitPal, and they do have an Amazon shop. They sell different kinds of yarns. They even sell knitting needles and hooks and Tunisian hooks. And so they actually had contacted me and said they wanted to send me some yarn and would I review it? And I did, and I really like it. I crocheted with it the first time. I want to say I made a baby hat or a baby sweater, probably. So that was what I knitted with. Now they actually, what I think happened, you guys, is they sent me a free pack and then I bought one, or I bought 2 and they sent me one. I don't know. I have a ton of this stuff now, but I have decided I'm going to make a full pink baby set. One of my coworkers, another one. I'm not kidding you guys. Last year, I want to say 2 coworkers had a baby, and this year we just had one, and now I have another one coming up. Yeah. And so this is what it looks like. This is the Tweed Twinkles. And That's what it looks like in the skein. And then this is what it looks like knitted up. So I'm going to make a full baby set, I think. I haven't decided in what combo, but for sure, booties, hat, sweater, blanket. The coworker that's having the baby, well, his wife is. He's one of my favorite coworkers. You know, you have, I mean, I love all my coworkers, of course. If any of you are watching them, I love you all. But you just have the ones that you interact with more, or you see them more. And so that I'm pretty excited that they're having a baby. Plus, also, they had a few miscarriages. So I'm very thrilled. So that's what I'm going to be working on this weekend. I am going to be knitting this hat, and then I'm going to start some kind of full set. Booties, hat, blanket, some kind of toy set out of this Knit Pal tweed. I'll put a link in the description to them on Amazon, to their marketplace or whatever. You know, people who have their own businesses can use Amazon as a distributor, and that's what they're doing, I think. Well, let's see here. So I talked about school, talked about the butterflies, talked about the Cappy meals, and oh, I can give you an update on Flynn's health. Flynn's last 2 appointments was the hematologist oncologist and the geneticist. The geneticist, luckily, she decided straight away, based on some of the blood work, that this lymphedema is not a genetic situation. It was based off an injury. At some point, he has injured himself. Now, it's one of those things where I think that it wasn't like an injury that, I mean, I'm going to be honest, Flynn, I don't remember him falling or getting hurt or banging something in that area to injure a lymph node. So I don't know. But I guess the good thing is that it's not a genetic piece. That meaning it might not happen in another place or happen again. The other thing that was interesting in his blood work, he has been diagnosed with another ailment, illness, I don't know. And I want to say, and I cannot remember now, I get confused with those little creatures that are similar to beavers. I want to say this is neutropene that he was diagnosed with. And a nutria is a little beaver, or it's the other way around. And this ailment is something in his blood that causes his white blood cell count to be low. And basically, he has a harder time recovering from infections. Yeah. So that, so if he gets an ear infection or pneumonia or any other kind of infection, it might take him longer to recover from it. And so basically, she said there's really not much we can do. Every 6 months, he needs to go in and get his blood work done to just kind of update and just see what's going on. And then if he does get a really big illness, we need to check in with the doctor. And hopefully this is now on his record. So if they have to do something special for him, they'll do it. Or maybe I'll have to remind him, hey, he's got this neutropene or nutria or something. I can't remember what it's called. And I know I looked it up in my phone, but I'm recording with my phone, so I can't look it up to see. You know how like you can go to what your previously viewed websites were, and I could look it up. There's no cure for it, but she did say that sometimes kids grow out of it. So that's what we can hope for. And like I said, the last appointment is November 16th, so we still have a little bit of time here to wait. And that is where we're going to talk to the plastic surgeon. And I actually asked off work for it. I usually let my husband take care of these, but his last appointment, I really did feel really sad at school and concerned for him. So I did ask off, and Brandon and I are going to go together. And that way, if, you know, we get my hope is that the plastic surgeon is going to be able to say, yes, I can fix this. I will do blah, blah, blah. whatever he has to do to fix it. The plastic surgeon is the one that I feel like is going to be the one that can fix him. Like I said, that's on the 16th, and it's actually in Milwaukee, which is about 2 hours away. Well, hour and a half, I don't know. We did have some bad luck previously, or Brandon did, getting him to doctor's appointments. And so, where there was a car accident one time and the highway traffic. So we have a tendency to like to take the whole day off and make sure that we can drive there and not have to, you know, if something does hold us up, if there is an accident or whatever, it won't prevent us from getting to this appointment, because he ended up being like 3 hours late to one of the appointments. And needless to say, that was too late. Okay, well, I'll keep you updated. It's, like I said, it's going to be about a month before we find out on that appointment. Jer's doing pretty good health-wise. He was, I mean, he has asthma and a lot of allergies. And I don't know if I said in that video over the while that Jer's been developing strange allergies, because one of his psoriasis treatment is actually the same medicine that Mama Llama Kayla's on. He was on methotrexate. And he was on that for about 6 months, 6 to 9 months. And he didn't have nearly the symptoms that Kayla had when he was on it. He had increased drowsiness, low energy. Sometimes he would have like upset stomachs. He just felt icky, if you will. But it did clear up the psoriasis pretty darn good. However, and it also did change. I want to say she mentioned this. It did change something with his liver counts. So the doctor that Jaron sees, which actually it's the same doctor that is fixing Flynn, that got Flynn to Children's Hospital, he was able to get it finally pushed through with the insurance to approve a different medication. So Jaron's off the methotrexate now. But one of the weird things that happened with him on that is he would get increased allergies. His immune system weakened or whatever, and other things that didn't bother him allergy-wise started to. So he showed an allergy to potato peels. He showed an allergy to peaches, fish. I'm trying to think about what the other one was. So they had to do some allergy testing on him, and they found that he also is allergic to latex. They tested more things. Because those things that he showed that he was allergic to, the potato peels and the peaches, this is crazy, you guys. So latex is made out of 13, I want to say proteins or 13 somethings. All of those together create latex. Well, fruits and vegetables apparently have some of those proteins in them. Potato peels do. Avocados do. Bananas, nectarines, peaches, things with pits in them. And so as he's increased with his, I don't know, with the allergy to latex, some of those other things, those fruits and foods that I just listed, became an allergic reaction to him now too. So now the poor guy has to go, anytime we go out to eat, he's got to bring an EpiPen with him. And of course, he's got to wear non-latex gloves if he's in science. But we're hoping that once he's been off the methotrexate for a certain amount of time, that maybe his body will heal itself. And then this new medicine seems to be doing great. This new medicine is called what? Tolts. It's an injection that he gets like 6 times a year. And that is working on the psoriasis. Thankfully, Maddie is healthy as a horse. And so am I, and so am my husband. It's just the boys. Isn't that how it is? But I'll tell you. So that is all for this video. I guess that's the best I could do for Cowboy Day. See a partner, or what else you say. I don't know what a cowboy says when they go, see y'all later, and happy crafting. Bye.